A second challenge that we face is the persistence of systemic racism. Now, unfortunately, I've got to share a story of my personal experience with racism. This was at a time when I was an attorney at Regional Housing Legal Services out in Montgomery County. And there one day I went to a real estate office to look and have a conversation about buying a home in Cheltenham Township. Mark Levin, a good friend of mine, had recommended I look into Cheltenham Township because I lived in Philadelphia with my wife and three young children at the time. We were paying a lot of money for private school, and he said, look at Cheltenham. So I went to a real estate office, and the first thing that they said to me in the office, this is what the receptionist said, was, the receptionist said to me, the unemployment office is upstairs. Now, I want you to know that I've been working since I was 9. First as a newspaper boy, I worked, and at that time I was a lawyer. So I said, no, I'm not unemployed, not looking for an unemployment office. So the second thing that the receptionist said to me was, we didn't order lunch out today. Now, I did have a single bag from Arby's, which was right down the street. Clearly not enough for a group. And I said, no, I'm not bringing food either. I'm here to talk about buying a home. So she did eventually send me to a conference room where I talked to an agent, very nice guy. He showed me a number of properties in a book that he had. That's when we weren't using the internet, we were just using paper. And he said, Mr. Haywood, there's so many houses that fit what you want. We can't show you any today. So I said, okay. So I went back. Now, this was after he gave me a lecture about being a first-time homeowner. Now, I did share with him I lived in a home already and was moving from one home to another in terms of my objective. Nevertheless, went back to the office, shared my experience with some of my colleagues, and they said, you may have been discriminated against. I gotta tell you, my first reaction was, no way, no way. So they said, let's send some testers over there. Testers are those people who pretend to be interested in buying the house, but they're white in my instance. They're the opposite of who you are in terms of what you're testing for. So they sent a white tester, and the first white tester was showing homes the same day. Then they sent another white tester. They were showing homes, but not the same day. And then they sent a black tester out, showing no homes. Then another black tester was sent out, and they were showing homes, but it was in an all-black area. So it was very disappointing to learn that I had been the victim of housing discrimination. We did end up suing, and we did settle with them, and hopefully they have stopped that practice. But systemic racism persists.